Hello, my dear friends. How are you all? I hope you all are good and fantastic. So, you are very welcome in our lecture number 4, Introduction to Trigonometry. Okay, so my dear friends, this chapter is going to be very amazing because in this lecture we are going to be a lot of questions. Okay, yes, I hope you will enjoy this lecture. So, without wasting time, let's start. Yes, so today we are going to discuss trigonometric ratios of complementary angles. What is trigonometric ratios of complementary angles? So this is our main topic. Okay, complementary angles. Okay, so first of all we have to know what is complementary angle. So my dear friends, complementary angles are those angles, basically in mathematics complementary angles are the set of two angles, such that their sum is equals to 90 degree. Their sum is equals to what? 90 degree. Let's suppose we have two angles. Let's suppose we have two angles like angle X and angle Y. Okay, if angle X plus angle Y is equals to 90 degree, is equals to what? 90 degree, then we can say that then we can say that we can say what? We can say that angle X and angle Y are complementary angles. Okay, I hope you understand these things. So what are complementary angles? Complementary angles are the set of two angles such that their sum is equals to 90 degree. For example, if you talk about the example, let's suppose we have 30 degree and we have 60 degree. Okay, so the sum of 30 degree plus 60 degree is equals to what? Is equals to 90 degree. Is equals to 90 degree. Okay, so the sum of 30 and 60 is equals to 90 degree, and it may be 45 and 45. These angles are also complementary angles. Okay, so so the complementary angles are those angles which having the sum is 90 degree. Okay, so let's go on. Yes, so now finding trigonometric ratios of complementary angle so let's find that. So first of all, let we have a right angle triangle like this. Okay, so this is A, B and C. This is 90 degree. Okay, this is angle A, acute angle. Now this is our hypotenuse, this is base, and this is perpendicular. This is what? Perpendicular. Okay, now angle A and angle C are complementary angle. We can say that angle A plus angle C is equals to 90 degree, because angle A and angle C are what? Complementary angle. Why? And angle B is equals to 90 degree because it is right angle. Okay, so if this angle is 90 degree, so angle A and angle C are what? The sum of angle A and angle C are 90 degree must. Okay, so the relationship between the acute angle and the length of side of a right triangle is expressed by trigonometric ratio, as we know. Okay, so for the given right triangle, the trigonometric ratios of angle A is given as like sine A. We know this is what? Perpendicular upon hypotenuse, perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So what is perpendicular? BC. And what is hypotenuse? AC. Understand? Now cos A, we know cos A is base upon hypotenuse, which is equals to base is what? BA divided by AC. Understand? Now tan A is perpendicular upon base, means we can say perpendicular is BC and base is what? Base is AB. Okay, so these are very important ratios, as you know. Now what is cosec? So cosec of A is equals to inverse of sin A, and we can write it as AC upon BC. Okay, now what is sec A? So sec A is inverse of cos A, so we can write it as AC upon AB. And what is cot A? Cot A is inverse of tan A, so we can write it as AB upon BC. Okay, my dear friend. So the trigonometric ratios of a complement of A, okay, it means that angle C can be given as 90 degree minus A, angle A. Okay, it means, so now my dear friends, we have to find what? We have to find trigonometric ratios of complementary of angle A, complement of angle A, trigonometric ratios of complement of angle A. So what is the complement of angle A? So the complement of angle A is, it means that angle C can be given as 90 degree minus of angle A. Okay, I hope you understand this. So now so we have a triangle, right angle at B, and this is A, B and C. Okay, now this angle is A, this is 90 degree, and this angle is, it is a complement of A, means 90 minus A. Okay, understand? So as angle C is equals to 90 minus A, okay, and A is used for convenience instead of angle A. Okay, so now we are using A instead of angle A. Okay, so the side opposite to 90 minus A is AB. So the side opposite to 90 minus A is what? AB, and the adjacent side to the angle 90 minus A is BC. So in this case perpendicular is what? Yes, perpendicular R is AB and base is BC. Okay, so in this case perpendicular is AB and base is CB and hypotenuse is same as AC. Okay, now sin 90 minus A. Okay, sin 90 minus A is what? Perpendicular upon hypotenuse, means AB upon AC. Okay, and cos 90 minus a is equals to base upon hypotenuse, which is what? Which is AB. Sorry, this is not AB, this is BC upon AC. Understand? So, and tan 90 minus a is equals to perpendicular upon base, which is equals to what? Which is equals to perpendicular is AB and this is BC. So my dear friends, I hope you understand this. Now my dear friends, cosec 90 minus a is what? 1 upon sin 90 minus a. So we can write it as AC upon AB. Now sec 90 minus a, which is equals to 1 upon cos 90 minus a, which is equals to what? Which is equals to AC upon BC. Okay, cot 90 minus a, which is equals to 1 upon tan 90 minus a, and this is equals to what? BC upon AB, base upon perpendicular. Now my dear friends, compare this set of ratios with the ratios mentioned in the earlier. Now we have to compare these ratios with these ratios. Okay, so now if we see that 90 minus a is equals to AB upon AC and cos a is AB upon AC. Okay, cos a is AB upon AC and sin 90 minus a is AB upon AC. So we can write it as sin 90 minus a is equals to cos a. Okay, this is very important relation. Okay, and if you observe cos 90 minus a is equals to BC upon AC and sin a is equals to BC upon AC. So we can again write it as cos 90 minus a is equals to sin a. So that's why we are doing these ratios. We are finding these ratios to find the complementary ratios. To find the ratios of complementary angles. So my dear friends, I hope you understand this concept. Okay, so this is what? This is sin 90 minus a means the complement of C, which is equals to cos a. Okay, so cos 90 minus a, which is equals to sin a. Okay, similarly we can write it as tan 90 minus a, which is equals to cot a, which is equals to what? Which is equals to cot a, and cot 90 minus a, which is equals to tan a. Okay, and sec 90 minus a, if we compare this, we get cosec a, and cosec 90 minus a, 90 minus a, we get sec of a. So these relation guys are very important. These relation are very important. Okay, so you have to be learn and you have to be understand this concept. Okay, so now, so my dear fans, this relation, this is very important note. This relation Okay, these relations are valid for all the values of a that lies between 0 degree and 90 degree. Okay, so this is very important notes. So this relation is only valid between 0 to 90 degree, except otherwise this is not valid. Okay, okay, so let's move on. So if we write summary of this part, that will be, first point is sine of an angle. Sine of an angle is equals to cos of its complementary angle. Okay, cos of its complementary angle. Okay, second point is cos of an angle is equals to sine of its complementary angle. And the third and last point is tan of an angle is equals to cot of its complementary angle. Okay, so I hope you understand this. Yes, so now let's solve some problems. So here is, now we have question number 1 is sine 18 divided by cos 72. So we have to find the value of sine 18 degree divided by cos 72 degree. Okay, now for solving this, we know that here is, we can write it as 18 is equals to, we can write it as 90 minus 72. Okay, we can write 18 is equals to 90 minus 72. Okay, if you solve this, we get same 18. So here is sine 90 degree minus 72 degree. Okay, divided by cos 72 degree. Okay, and we know that sine 90 minus a is what? This is equals to cos a. This is equals to what? Cos a. So here we get, this will become cos 72 degree divided by cos 72 degree. Okay, and they will be cancelled, so we get 1. So we get 1. So the result is what? So the result is 1. I hope you understand these things, my dear friends. Okay, so for solving this type of question, we have to convert it into its complements. Okay, so now let's move on. Tan 26 upon cot 64 degree, and we know that we can write 64 is equals to 90 minus 26. Okay, so now similarly tan 26 divided by cot 90 minus 26. Okay, so we know that cot 90 minus a is equals to what? Is equals to tan a. So we can write here tan 26 divided by tan 26, and this will be cancelled. We get again 1. We get what? We get 1. Okay, so my dear friends, I hope you understand these things. So now let's move on. Yeah, so the next question is, cosec 31 minus sec 59. So now we are going to convert 59 as we can write 59 is equals to 90 minus 31. Okay, so cosec 31 minus sec 90 minus 31, and we know that sec 90 minus a is equals to cosec a. Okay, so this will become cosec 31 minus cosec 31, and this will be cancelled. We get what? We get 0. So I hope, my dear friends, you understand this concept. So now let's move on. Yes, now the next question is, show that tan 48 degree into tan 23 degree into tan 42 degree and tan 67 degree is equals to 1. So for solving these type of question, first of all we have to make the complementary pairs. Okay, so if we observe this, what if we observe, if we add 48 and 42, so this will become 90 degrees. So 48 and 42 are what? Are the complementary angle. So we can write tan 48 degree dot tan 42 degree. Okay, and tan 23 degree and tan 67 degree, because 23 and 67 are complementary angle. Okay, this is equals to 1. Now take the LHS. We have tan 48 degree, tan 42 degree, tan 23 degree and tan 67 degree. Okay, understand? Yes. So now we can write tan 48 degree, and now we can write 42 as tan 90 minus 48 degree, because if we subtract 90 minus 48 we get 42. Okay, we can write it as now tan 23 degree, and this we can also write tan 90 minus 23 degree. So now this is tan 48 degree dot cot 48 degree. Okay, and this is tan 23 degree dot cot 23 degree. Okay, so now this will become tan 48 degree multiply 1 upon tan 48 degree, because cot theta is what? Cot theta is 1 upon tan theta. Similarly, tan 23 degree multiply 1 upon tan 23 degree. So this will be cancelled and this will be cancelled. We get 1. So which is equals to RHS, hence proof. Okay, so this is the method to solve these type of questions. Okay, yes, move on. Yes, so the second question is cos 38 degree cos 52 degree minus sin 38 degree sin 52 degree. Okay, so now take LHS. Cos 38 degree cos 52 degree minus sin 38 degree sin 52 degree. Okay, now we have to convert this term like similar this term. Okay, so how we can convert? We can write it as cos 90 minus 52. Okay, we can write it as also, because 90 minus 52 is what? 38. Okay, understand? Yes. And if we write cos, so we can write it as 90 minus 38. Okay, and this is the same sine 38 and sine 52. Now we know that cos 90 minus a is sine a, so we can write it here sine 52, and this also we can write sine 38. Okay, so this will become sine 38 dot sine 52, and these two terms is same, so we can cancel these two terms, so this will give us 0, which is equals to RHS. Hence proof. So now in this case also we can make this term similar to this term. Okay, yes. So the next question is, if tan 2a is equals to cot a minus 18, where 2a is an acute angle, find the value of a. Okay, now we have tan 2a is equals to cot a minus 18 degree. Okay, now so we can write, since we can write tan 2a is equals to cot 90 minus 2a, we can write easily. Okay, so cot 90 minus 2a is equals to cot a minus 18. Okay, now we can compare 90 minus 2a and a minus 18, so this will give 90 minus 2a is equals to a minus 18. Okay, so with the help of this equation we can use, we are shifting these equations to the RHS, so we get a plus 2a, okay, and minus 18 minus 90, which is equals to 0, and this will give thrice of a is equals to 108. Okay, so if we divide 108 by 3, we get 36 degree. So we have a is equals to 36 degree. This is our answer. Okay, so I hope you got this point. Now let's move on. Yes, so the next question is, if tan a is equals to cot b, then we have to prove a plus b is equals to 90 degree. What we have to prove? A plus b is equals to 90 degree. Okay, so now, so this is very easy question. We have tan a is equals to cot b. Since cot b can be written as tan 90 minus b. Okay, we know that. So tan a is equals to tan 90 minus b. Okay, now we can compare a and 90 minus b. So a is equals to 90 minus b. If we shift b to the LHS, we get a plus b is equals to 90. We can write it here, hence proof. Okay, so this is very easy question. Yes, let's move on. Yes, if sec 4a is equals to cosec a minus 20 degree, where 4a is an acute angle, find the value of a. This is a similar question as of question number 2. Okay, yes. Now we know that sec 4a is equals to cosec 90 minus 4a. We can write it here. So now putting this value in this equation, we get cosec 90 minus 4a is equals to cosec a minus 20 degree. Now we are comparing this, and we have 90 minus 4a is equals to a minus 20 degree. So when we are solving this, we get a plus 4a. This is equals to 90 plus 20. Okay, so this will become 5a is equals to 110. If we are solving, we get, if we divide by 5, we get 22. Okay, this will give what? 22. So we have a is equals to 22 degree. So my dear friends, I hope you get this point. Okay, so now let's move on. Yes, so the next question is, if A, B and C are interior angles of a triangle ABC, interior angle of a triangle ABC, then show that sine of B plus C divided by 2 is equals to cos of A upon 2. Okay, now we have to prove this. So we know that for a given triangle, sum of all interior angle is what? Sum of all interior angle. We know that sum of all interior angle, all interior angles is what? Of a triangle is 180 degree. We know that, so we can write here angle A plus angle B plus angle C is what? 180 degree. 180 degree, which is our required equation. Equation number 1. Now to find the value of B plus C, we have to simplify this equation. So now we can write it as also B plus C is equals to 180 minus A. Okay, so divide both sides by 2. Okay, yes, so it will become B plus C divided by 2 is equals to 180 minus A divided by 2. Okay, my dear friends. So if we solve it further, we get, here is B plus C divided by 2 is equals to 180 divided by 2 minus A upon 2. Got it? Now from this we can cancel this. So this we get 90. So here is B plus C divided by 2 is equals to 90 minus A upon 2. 90 minus A upon 2. Okay. Now take sine on angles on both the sides. Okay. So here is take sine on angles both the sides. Both the sides. Okay, my dear friends, so this will become, here is sine B plus C divided by 2. Okay, this is equals to sine 90 minus A upon 2. So this is what? This is sine 90 minus A, like. Okay, so we know that here is, we know sine 90 minus A is what? This is equals to cos A. Okay, so here we get sine B plus C divided by 2, which is equals to cos A upon 2. Okay, I hope you understand these things. So this is our required result. So we can say here is hence proof. What is hence proof? Okay, now let's move on. Yes, express sin 67 plus cos 75 in terms of trigonometric ratios of angles between 0 and 45 degrees. Okay, so listen to me very carefully. We have what? We have sin 67 degree plus cos 75 degree. Okay, now we can write 67 as 90 minus 23 and 75 as what? We can write 75 as 90 minus 15. Okay, so this will become sine 90 minus 23 plus cos 90 minus 15 degree. Okay, yes. So now, so this is sine 90 minus a, means this is cos 23. Okay, plus this is sine 15. So we can say that, we can say what? Sine 67 degree plus cos 75 degree is also expressed as cos 23 degree plus sine 15 degree. Okay, this is our required answer. Okay, my dear friends. Okay, so now let's move on. Yes, so the next question is, this is very important and amazing question, guys. You have to be listen very carefully. Solve each of the following equations for a is greater than 0 degree but less than 90 degree. So now we have to find the value of a. So we have equation twice of cos 3a is equals to 1. Okay, so we can write it as also cos 3a is equals to 1 by 2. Cos 3a is what? 1 by 2. Okay, and we know that cos 60 degree is equals to 1 upon 2. So cos 3a is equals to cos 60 degree. So we can compare 3a is equals to 60 degree. So what is the value of a? So the value of a is equals to 60 upon 3. So we get a is equals to 20 degree. A is equals to what? 20 degree. Okay, so this is the question, this is the answer. So now, so the next question is tan 5a is equals to 1. Okay, and we know that the value of tan 45 degree is equals to 1. Okay, so we can write it tan 5a is equals to tan 45 degree. So now we can compare this. We get 5a is equals to 45 degree. Okay, my dear friend. So the value of a is 45 divided by 5. We get 9. So the value of a is equals to 9 degree. Answer. So my dear friends, I hope you understand this concept. Okay, so now let's move on. Yes, so now again we are going to discuss a very amazing question which is very interesting. So now solve equation for a which is greater than 0 degree and less than 90 degree. So now we have cos a upon 1 minus sin a plus cos a divided by 1 plus sin a. Okay, which is equals to what? Which is equals to 4. Now in this case, so first of all we have to take 1 minus sin a and sin a, 1 plus sin a as a LCM. Okay, so this will become cos a multiply 1 plus sin a plus cos a will become 1 minus sin a. This is equals to 4. And now if we are solving this, we get what? We get cos a plus cos a sin a plus cos a minus cos a sin a. Okay, and this will become 1 minus sin square a, and this is equals to 4. And from this equation, this and this term will be cancelled. So we get cos twice of cos A divided by 1 minus sin square A, which is equals to what? 4. And we know that sin square A plus cos square A is equals to 1, and from this cos square A is equals to 1 minus sin square A. This is an identity. So twice of cos A divided by cos square A, which is equals to 4. Now from this one cos, and from this one cos will be cancelled. We get 2 upon cos A, which is equals to 4. So this will become cos A is equals to 2 upon 4, which is equals to 1 by 2. And we know that what? Cos 60 is equals to 1 upon 2. So we can write cos A is equals to cos 60. If we compare this, we get A is equals to 60 degree. A is equals to 60 degree. This is our answer. So my dear friends, this is enough for today, and we will meet in the next lecture with the amazing topics and amazing questions. So now thank you very much guys for listening me, and take care and goodbye.